Okay, here we go. People, this is my third try at this. Two live streams, both of them got cut off by some mysterious entity out here. So unfortunately, I am relegated to doing this lovely, of course, post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, February 20th, 2025. I'm going to record this. There's nothing getting in my way. I'm getting this video out for all of you because you need to know what's going on here. We're going to talk about this. I believe it's going to happen. Gold revaluation, but there's a catch. There's a catch. And some of you already know what I'm talking about, especially if you do have Market Watch Pro, Bloomberg, they covered it. What came out of our illustrious U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's mouth. A big relief to me. I don't know about you, but we'll talk about that. Let's start at the beginning again real quick. All right, I'm going to do a review. Markets today fell under pressure despite the fact that they were pumping that debt market like there was no tomorrow. You saw overnight bond yields down across the board. Here in the United States, 10-year yield, as you can see, the bottom one down, dollar down as well. That's relative strength. Gold, silver, crude oil nicely higher, pretty much across the board. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, fantastic and lovely as well. Let us move on. Let us move on. So, this is I love this. I love this. I really do. JP Morgan, they want you to know that central bank buying is going to drive gold to all-time highs. Well, that's kind of where we are now. But let's read this here. So JP Morgan, central banks are not done buying gold. But you see, they only hold it for tradition. You know that. It doesn't mean anything. They're buying it hand over fist, betting against their own system. Again, they issue their debt to you, me, and the entire freaking world. And central banks here are buying it all. Does that sound familiar to you? Because I've been telling you forever that central banks are going to buy it all. Well, according to JP Morgan, the reasons why central banks are loading up on gold here, because they are imagining a disruptive path. I love the way they word this stuff. A disruptive path scenario of increasing tariffs, trade tensions, higher inflation, expanding budget deficits. Really? Oh, no one saw that one coming either. Decreased economic growth, of course, and debasement of the currency. All of it right here. Right here. Oh, wow. Unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, by the way, U.S. intelligence reports today there is a heightened risk of an Israeli strike on Iran. Could be imminent or could be within the next few months. And we, the United States, are going to supply the weapons, as we always do. Imagine our shock. Okay, now let's talk about Bostic. Fed President Bostic Blowstick. They float this creature out all the time. There's a message behind this. So he came out to explain that there are growing signs here that the labor market is slowing. What's the sign to the market? Don't worry. We're going to continue to pump it all. We're going to buy all the debt like we're buying all the gold. And we're going to pump the system until oblivion comes or whatever the freak it is. And that's exactly where we're going here. So he tried to send a message to the market to stop the bleeding. They tried to do this pre-market. Stock futures were down. They were pumping the debt market. Didn't work. Now, let me say this too. We're seeing a mass layoffs on the federal level. It's pretty extraordinary. We're going to see mass layoffs in the private sector. We talked about this about a month or so ago. The undertones here. So again, your job is in jeopardy. I don't care what you do, whether you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're an Indian chief, I don't know, you dig graves, whatever it might be. Your job is in jeopardy here, and a lot of it's going to be replaced by AI moving forward here. Now, we hear a lot of talk about, the unemployment rate. These are all fake numbers, you know that. What really matters is how many people are working, how many people are in the labor force. This chart here, 1990 on this end, all the way to today. You can see that we peaked here around the dot-com bubble. Labor force has been kind of dwindling ever since. This is a projection I made of where we're going. It could be much more dramatic than that. It is certainly not going higher. It is going much, much lower. Now, again, think about what this means for you, how you're going to deal with the loss of your livelihood, your job. The economy is going to continue to contract faster, not just here, but around the world. And at the same time, ballooning debts and deficits, and that's one of the reasons why central banks, according to JP Morgan, are loading up on gold. With regard to multinational corporations here, overseas corporations here, obviously, they are now they're swapping their dollar bonds for euros to help fund debt. This is a negative shot for the dollar, by the way. The same companies that are here in the United States are now using euros to fund themselves, not dollars. Does that tell you something? Maybe it does. Now, with regard to the stock market and all this nonsense here, Bank of America, our favorite bank, is saying by nearly, look at the wording here, nearly every metric, the stock market is overvalued. It's expensive. First of all, let me explain this to you. They go on to say there is one way that the market can move higher. That one way is dependent on what? More easy money. Bostic said it's coming. Don't worry about it. Currency devaluation. You lose. The 1% and 2%ers win. That's the setup here. Period, the freaking end. But there is not a single metric. They're saying there's not one metric that anyone can use to say that the stock market is not in the largest bubble in the history of the world, being built on the mother bubble of them all. And that is the debt market hyper bubble, which is the greatest threat to human life on this planet. Wait till that bubble bursts. A locking up of the system, a credit freeze. Everything is just gone. Yeah. Now let's talk about this. This is in your inbox. If you do subscribe to my newsletter, link below. You probably know about this, most of you. If you do subscribe to Market Watch Pro, Bloomberg, Fox Business had it, Scott Bessent's lovely comments. Now, what Scott Bessent said are lovely, illustrious, of course. U.S. Treasury Secretary. This is going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel great. You're going to get such a sigh of relief. So anyway, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has confirmed, this is confirmed, people, so there's no reason to worry. We don't need to be shown proof, nothing, because the illustrious one, Scott Bessent, is saying he has confirmed that the gold at Fort Knox is regularly audited and it is all present and therefore accounted for. Doesn't that give you just a sense of relief? I feel so good about this. I don't know what to do with myself. I really don't. Me personally, I want to see proof here. You know, I'm taking a lot of heat for this Doge thing. I'm all for Doge. And for those of you that think I'm not, I want to see, and I want to be shown proof. Not just digits on the screen. Oh, Greg, the proof is out there. Go to Doge website and you can see the digits on the screen. You buy that? Is that what we have devolved into? That's all it takes for you to believe it? Honestly, I want to see proof. I know it's happening. We all do. Okay? This is not secret. I want to see who's responsible. I want to see action taken. Am I asking for too much here? I want to see at least one person. Eventually, I know it's going to take some time. And okay, Greg, give Trump some time. It's only 20 days. Yeah, take 6 months, take a year. I want to see one high-level person in handcuffs. And I want to see us claw back some of that cash. Fraud, misallocation of funds, sure. You want to believe that digits on the screen that they can put up anything they want to are real. And your problems are bigger than you think they are. With regard to Scott Bessent telling us he has confirmed all the gold is present and accounted for. Well, then we don't have to worry about it, right? No. Me, I'm the kind of guy I want to know proof. I want to see an independent audit. I want to see a forensic audit of Fort Knox, the Federal Reserve. I want to see a forensic audit of all these companies, whatever, that they're getting rid of right now, Musk and Doge here. Yeah, show me a forensic audit. I want to see a forensic audit done by an independent agency, and then I'll believe it. I know it's happening. I just want to see it. Don't you? And then don't you at least want to see one arrest? You want to see some accountability? That's all I'm asking for. And people are against me like I'm asking, like I've committed sacrilege against their religion. Has this turned into a religion for you? It's not a religion, okay? And Musk ain't no saint, in case you were wondering. Anyway, let's go on to this revaluation of gold. So with that, even though it's been confirmed that the gold is all there, Bessent has spoken. The gavel has been dropped. It's the law. It's all there. Don't you worry about it. And you'll be shown no truth because you have to believe it's true. Anyway, so with that, President Trump's focus on auditing the Fort Knox is raising the possibility, and I believe this is a very strong possibility, of revaluation of gold. Are you ready for the catch? To fair market value, which would be what it's trading at today. This doesn't help anything. Okay, let's read forward here. Which would be around 3,000 per ounce. Now, the key lies in the discrepancy between how the Treasury values gold and its current fair market value. The Treasury values gold today at $42 an ounce. Make that up. It's an incredible thing. Meanwhile, its price is approaching 3,000. Now, a revaluation of gold would instantly generate approximately, according to this is Market Watch Pro, 750 billion in treasury assets. And Besant has dismissed yet again, this is not the first time, any suggestion that this may lead to creating a gold-backed dollar. We're not getting a gold-backed dollar. For those of you who are holding that hope out from the last tenure of President Trump, Greg, you're wrong. You don't understand, Greg. You know how many people bet me pretty substantial amounts of money that I would be wrong? Because I said at the end of when Trump was elected last time, people was, it's over. The Fed's going away. I told them they were all wrong. I was ridiculed, laughed at. Greg's going to eat his words. So I'm not eating anything. Fed was not only still there right now, it's been vaulted to the pinnacle of power via mass debt expansion. And we're going to see a lot more of that moving forward. Fed ain't going nowhere. So mark my words again here and tell me how wrong I'm going to be and make all the bets with me you want to. You're going to see what happens towards the end. So look, this isn't going to help anybody here. Revaluing gold to its fair value. Imagine our shock. Really? You mean it should have a real value, not $42 that is being valued at by the Treasury right now? Really? Duh? Anyway, look, what we need is, this, we need to revalue this stuff at $50, $60, $70,000 an ounce and actually back the currency with gold. Ain't happening here. All we're hearing about is, again, Bostic and everybody else promising low rates of currency, purchasing power losses. We're all done. We're all dead. We're all dead as the economy is wiped out via this mechanism, people. So anyway, what do you think about this? Is this just garbage? You believe Besant? You really believe this guy? And it's all president accounted for? You believe Musk, right? Because you don't believe Besant, who's Trump chose. But you believe Musk because Doge is putting up digits on a screen and saying, here's the proof, everyone. I really hope that's not you. There's no way you've been dumbed down that bad. We, the people, deserve to see what we know is going on. We all know what's going on. Show us who's responsible. Hold them to account. Let's see some people arrested. Eventually, 6 months, what would be a good timeline here? 6 months, 9 months, a year? If there are no arrests in a year from today, February 20th, 2025, are you going to be upset? Or not really, because that's what you're expecting anyway. Again, it's all just nonsense. There's not going to be a high-level arrest. They might parade some flunky out, which will be a setup, of course, as it always is for the public. But there's not going to be. Anyway, so I think this is a joke. And the joke, unfortunately, is again on we the people. Gold is there. Don't worry about it. And we're going to revalue gold to fair market value. I dare you to make it up. Because it's impossible to do. It really is. Look, I've been out here. This is my third time trying to get a video out. This one I know is going to work because it's being pre-recorded. And I miss all you guys. You have no idea how much I love to watch the chat over there and engage with you. And I apologize for this not working. But I'm a determined guy, and I'm gonna get this stuff out for you. So anyway, look, let me know what you think about all this stuff. You feel like we're being duped? That they're going to revalue gold at 3,000 to fair value. You think this is just stupid? Yeah, I think it is. They think we're stupid, but we're not stupid people. And I believe that we deserve a lot more than what we're getting here, honestly. I don't buy any of it, honestly. I just don't. I don't trust the government. I don't think governments are here to help us. I think governments are there to help themselves to survive. I mean, the job of government is pretty obvious. It's not to help the people. It's to help themselves. It's always the story since the beginning of time. It's their survival, not yours, that counts. And I mean, maybe if you're, the 1% and 2% is a different story. But if you're a member of the middle class, you're always under attack. You always pay for everything. That's where all the wealth is coming from. It's getting sucked right out of you. And it looks like, again, they want, don't worry, the gold is there. Believe everything you see on the Doge website without any question. You're not allowed to even question it, because if you do, again, it's becoming like, just because Greg Mannarino wants to see eventually, okay, calm down. Those of you that get triggered, a little too easy, because Trump has done a lot already. I get that, all right? I'd like to see some action at one point here. Give him all the time that he needs. I want to see some arrests. Am I really asking for too much and a possible clawback? Because it really seems like I've committed sacrilege against some people. Like I've done something against their religion. I haven't done anything against anybody's religion. And but anyway, that's what it seems like to me. Look at the comments over the last few days. You can't make that stuff up. Anyway, guys, a good look. Love you all from the heart. I will see you in the morning as usual. And then people, look, man, we got each other as always, man. And we have our connection. And you know what I'm talking about. How can we be beaten? And we're going to stay happy. And me personally right now, I'm going drag racing. I really am. I'm going to be at Bradenton Motorsports Park in about half an hour. Maybe I'll see some of you there, all right? I'll see you in the morning for sure, though, all right? And that's all right. I'm out of here.